Hello, Mario! In this video I'm going to show you how to do the little pegs while at the same time keeping the dimensions intact, and also how to work out the area of your lot. So let's get cracking. At this stage I'm going to turn off the image. We don't need that at this point for this here, so we can just turn it off like so. And there's our little thing. So what we want to do here is get some nice little boundary pegs in here. So usually they're depicted by a circle. I'll just go in here like so and put in a little C for circle. And I'm going to turn my snaps on. They seem to be turned off. And put them in there like that. Now my circle, we're at 1 to 100, so 1 millimetre. I might go with a might make my circles 102, so that'll be a 2 millimetre circle if I put in 100 millimetre diameter. So I'm going to put in 100, and there's my little circle there. Now just zooming in on the circle, as you can see, obviously you want a clear circle with nothing in the middle, but if we trim these out, the dimensions, as you can see, the dimensions of these lines will change. And I believe that there's some advantage in having the dimensions of those lines equal to the true dimensions. So what we can do is we can put like a hatch over the top, but it's a white clear hatch that obliterates or hides that stuff behind it. But this has a specific name. This particular thing here has a specific name, and it's generally called a whiteout, a wipe out, like the surfing. So the way that I do the little wipeout for these pegs, and there are other ways of doing them, I'm sure that you can do them quite easily. But the way I do them is I use the wipeout. And first thing you've got to do is you match the wipeout to a polygon or a polyline, and the line to use in this case here is the polygon. So I use the polygon and I try to approximate a circle. So I put in 50 sides, which there, and then we just hook on where we want it, and remember that we want a circumscribed circle that's around the outside, so I put C for circumscribed, and then I'm going to go with the radius of the circle, which was 100 mils, which is the radius of my peg. So there I have on there now, you'll see that there's a little polygon sitting on top there. So now it's just a matter of typing in wipeout. Okay, wipeout, and I have a selection down here. Polyline, so I'm just going to select polyline and select a closed polyline. There it is there, polyline. And do you want to erase the polyline? Yes, I do. I want to erase the polyline. And so there I have my nice little circle and everything sitting over the top. And when I click on these here, my dimensions are still true. And to me that's quite cool. From time to time you might need to send these to the back or send these to the front. Now you don't want to be doing that for every little peg, so you can make that little peg into a block if you wish. The layer that you want this on is probably the boundary layer. Some people set up a separate layer for their marks, but I'll just put it in boundaries at this stage. Like so, and there's our, so what's happened there is this, something's gone a little thing there as I've changed things around. So just a matter of doing the draw order thing, bring to the front. Oops, no, there's my wipeout disappear. Draw order, bring to the front. Still not going to do it. I'll send these to the back, see how that goes. Draw order, so sometimes send to the back, and there we are, everything's in order again. and they're in the boundary layer. So your little things happen when you change layers and things like that. So you don't want to be drawing a little peg every time, so you can select it. So make sure you've got two things selected there, which is the line and the wipeout. CP for copy, and there's your base point there. Your snap's turned on. So now you can go through and put little pegs in each boundary corner, like so, and have nice, clearly defined. You don't get too much congestion with the lines joining and the typical boundary peg symbol, like so. Obviously, if your boundary pegs become a little bit too small, or you want to make them bigger, you can just scale them up using the scale command. Alright, so that's our little pegs in with the wipeout. Handy little tool for using other things. Now, another thing you might want to be looking at is the areas, and you probably have a lot of areas. So I set up a layer for the areas. You might have areas of lawn, driveway, the floor area of the house. These are all things that sometimes we work out. So areas, like so, double click on that, make that the current layer. Okay, and yes, and then what I do is just a matter of drawing a polyline, PL, polyline, in there like that, and that polyline, it's coming out magenta, and it's in the areas layer, which you can turn off. And I'm just going to put that polyline in there and keep coming down, carefully moving in on each of the pegs, like so, there like that, and oops, it's not quite there, so it's snapping onto that one there now. So just make sure you carefully get each peg. Something's gone quite a little bit wrong there. I've lost me polyline. I'll start again. I think that's the best thing. So I'll just select that little polyline there and delete it, and we'll start another one. It doesn't matter where we start from, polyline, so I'll just start again. It's nice to have a continuous polyline, I think, like that there. You can see there's a little bit of a funny business going on here, and that's because I have rotated in the viewport, so sometimes it might pay to do that rotation at the end. Okay, snapped onto there, and we're coming round to the final peg here. Yep, and what we can do now is just push C for close, which should take us back to the start peg, and that then gives us what's called a closed polyline, as you can see over here. And you can see here that what we've got here is an area, and this is in square millimeters. So there's 1,000,000 of those to the square meter. So the area that we've got there for our lot would be 955.804, so 956 square meters. We can, of course, check this out because we know that because of our shape of our little site from our site plan here, which we'll just scale down a little bit, we can do a little bit of mathematics on that, and we can work it out. I haven't. Oh yes, we can go back to our AutoCAD here and turn on our image, which will give us the image that we want. Okay, I want to turn the image on. So, and this here is a trapezium, so we can just type in here calculator, like so, calculator, enter. Okay, and we know that we've got 42744, so 42744 32.744. I'll just do these in meters, plus, there's a plus there, 38.6, 38.6, and I'm just going to push enter for equals, and then I'm going to divide that by 2 / 2 enter, and then multiply that by 23.5, so that's times 23.5, enter, and you'll see that that gives you 955.792, 955.792, and hopefully you'll be able to recall that the polyline here, I'll just grab the calculator, the polyline here was 955.804, so there's a little bit of error in there, as we know, so that confirms that the area of our lot is 956 meters squared, so that's very good. One other little thing with polylines that you might be interested in is the line type generation is disabled. If you want the line types to show properly, enabled. So if you have a dotted line or something like that on your polyline, that'll make it show up. If it's disabled, it won't sometimes show up in the line type generation. So there you are. That's the last for now. That should get you up to date with get your site plan up to where we were when we sort of got to the end of class on this week. So cheers and see you.